Trump calls for total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until problem is fixed. What's going on, guys? MaKaElectric. It is Tuesday, the 8th of December, 2015. Wow, has he created a firestorm of controversy in the mainstream media? But this one, look at this. Donald Trump on Monday called for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until lawmakers can figure out what is going on. Meanwhile, the second link below will be DHS head says we must not force American Muslims to retreat into the shadows. That December 8th. This is the same DHS that has 72 employees on a terror watch list. Of course, I'll put that link again. You know, I think we have to be very careful about going down a road of Nazi Germany. I mean, you have to remember there was a time in this world when everything that went wrong was the Jews' fault. We want to make sure we don't go down that road. However, I wouldn't say all Muslims, but Trump has a point when it comes to refugees because the FBI themselves have come out and said we can't properly vet this people. Why in the hell would we put our nation in such risk? We need to stop these refugees from coming in here when we truly have no idea who they are or what they're tied to. Please tell me your thoughts. I got a bunch more links to give you here. We got Syrian refugees. This news comes as Syrian refugees begin to arrive in Texas. Now, this is apparently women and children. This from the Atlantic. Please tell me what you think about that. Push for gun grab. Let's talk about the presidential address. You know, I don't know about anyone else, but were you disappointed? You know, he called a primetime address, which is like, what, like third time or whatever that he's done this in his entire presidency. I thought we were going to hear some important shit. No, we heard the same stuff. We must get rid of firearms, specifically for people on a no-fly list. I'm going to get into that in a second. And we must embrace Islam, you know, and all this. It goes on and on. Same crap. We're going to defeat the Derka. Yeah, whatever. The same Derka that we created. The New York Times, push for gun grab tied to no-fly list, puts Republicans on the spot. You know, this whole no gun, if you're on the no-fly list, is ridiculous. It is a gross violation of the Second Amendment. I'll give you this link. Now, look, got one from Fox News. Terror couples' bombs were set to kill first responders. So I understand it's the gun's fault, but what about all these bombs these people had? You know, it seems to me that would be a bigger threat because that has, in my opinion, the potential to take a lot more people out if it's in a populated area. We also got sick terrorists could down planes using drones, says military expert. So I guess we should ban drones too. We should just ban all of the things in the world. But I understand this is all the gun's fault. You know, no-fly list. Let's talk about who makes that list. The scandalous, treasonous, lying government that lies to you at every turn. Do you honestly trust them to maintain a list of people that they think shouldn't have firearms? Who do you think is going to be on that list? Let me give you an article from back in June 2015, The Growing Right-Wing Terror Threat. Now, this goes on to talk about the Derka, but it also talks about sovereign citizens, anti-government people, anybody who has a problem with the Federal Reserve, and so on. So if all these people, anyone speaking out against the government, potentially on a no-fly list, these people should have their Second Amendment rights taken away. You know, if that should ever become law, and I don't believe it will, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, but if it does, the second that a law enforcement officer or anyone else tries to enforce that, you have committed treason against the United States. You have violated your oath to the Constitution. It doesn't say, shall not be infringed unless you're on a secret government list. And let me ask you, were these people out in California on the no-fly list? I don't think they were. So how would that have helped? But see, this is about an agenda to take guns from the American people, specifically the people who are pushing back, anyone talking out. Check out who they consider terrorists. Put that link. U.S. Constitution says majority of Washington politicians are guilty of treason. I absolutely agree. We got Yahoo News. U.S. Supreme Court gives a nod to assault weapon ban. Not only the White House and Washington, D.C., you know, the Supreme Court of the land. U.S. Supreme Court appeared on Monday to back lawmakers who want to restrict the type of guns such as semi-automatic assault weapons used in the mass shootings. Supreme Court says, well, we better take these assault weapons away maybe, huh? Look at this. We got feds illegally maintain registry of firearm owners. Media fails to report it. Well, of course they do. That's like a hit list. Are you kidding me? USA Today, Black Friday breaks. There is some encouraging news. I know I've reported it, but here's another link on it. Black Friday breaks record 185,000 gun background checks. Black Friday, right on. You see, the Supreme Court and the president, you have a president of the United States that gets up on national primetime TV talking about we need to ban guns for anyone on the no-fly list. You know, the American people are only that much more armed. That much more armed. They bought enough guns on Black Friday to create a new branch of the military. Encouraging news, in my opinion. And you know, this isn't only a war for your guns. This is also a religious war, in my opinion. Look at this from Newsweek. Judge throws out religious objection to war memorial. I think it was a group tied to Muslims that were trying to get a war memorial from World War I removed because it was in the shape of a cross. You know, so Christianity constantly under attack, in my opinion. While you better not say anything bad about Islam, you know, Loretta Lynch, she's going to start prosecuting people who speak out against Islam. Tell me your thoughts on that. We got a couple videos at the bottom I want to give you. Obama just made the most tyrannical statement ever from Lisa Haven, 15 minutes long, but packed with good information. Please check it out. And shout out, you got to check out the one link at the bottom. Don't comply response to Obama gun ban speech. My friend the Show Me Baby and his crew down there in Texas. Rocking it. That video only has 2,000 views. We need to make sure that it has at least 20,000 views, in my opinion. And thumbs up. You know, to ban people on a secret list from buying firearms. I mean, the founding fathers of this. Ooh, I'm just talking about the founding fathers. I must be an extremist. You know, Sacramaniacs, Doc, used to say this country was founded by dangerous men. You're damn right. The founding fathers were extremists. They had extreme ideas against tyrannical government. They gave us this tool called the Second Amendment. You know, and the mainstream media never wants to talk about this. And when someone does bring it up, oh, they're just Looney Tunes. They gave us this tool called the Second Amendment. Not to hunt, but for personal protection and, moreover, protection against tyrannical government. People think that is a ridiculous statement. People are brainwashed and hypnotized. Your government lies and cheats and scandals all over the place. But, nah, there's no tyranny there. Please tell me your thoughts. Please check their video out. Please pass it around. Please rate this video. Pass the information around. Make people aware of what's going on. What do you think about Trump's statement? I would really like people's opinions on that. Should we stop Muslims from coming into the United States? I would say refugees, definitely, because we don't know who these people are or who or what they may be connected to, and we don't need to be putting our nation in such danger. But then again, I know that this is all an inside job. That's why we have no southern border. And if something does happen in the United States, it'll all be al-CIA'd to me. So please tell me your thoughts. You guys take care, stay safe. I will see you on the next one.